I've been looking for chatter from my friends on Project Titan for years. A couple years ago, I learned that they were building massive dry rooms at Apple, way too big for any consumer product. To me, that said that they were qualifying technology for batteries to actually put into cars. Cars were the only things that were big enough to need a dry room like that. Um, I think if Apple's going to go into the market, they're only going to go in right, and they're only going to go in to have a material share of the market. We need to watch for that closely. I think that is probably the competitor that would be taken the most seriously in the next year. Probability of an official launch is approaching. I don't know if that happens this year. But Apple has tremendous knowledge of the battery supply chain. They have the world's best cost partners for battery manufacturing, and they understand consumers and consumer electronics really, really well. I mean, Tesla had to kind of fish from the Apple pool to get a couple of its key engineers and key retail channel architects. So Apple is the one to watch, but there's a lot of other companies coming up, and we could see a couple of them be quite successful as well.
Why are you neutral on Tesla, Craig? Is it because you're concerned about a sustainable path towards profitability? Because it seems that they've done enough to silence the short sellers at this point.
Yeah, no. So my view is really a fundamental view. So recall, I was the analyst banging the drum on the mini car and the entry into the India market in the beginning of last year. They're starting to actually deliver into India this month. India will be just as big as China. So Tesla's executing. I have tremendous respect for what they've done in the EV market, but an $800 billion valuation, that's more than the entire value of the US and European market, maybe not counting the Asian market as well. But for a company doing less than 500,000 cars this year, I'd say that's extreme. It also kind of assumes that Tesla operates in a vacuum. And you will see many other companies be successful. Apple is one we just talked about. The number of SPACs, the dozen or so in the EV market this year, point to credible competition. The Porsche Taycan was the model that I was most hopeful for. I think that's a beautiful car. It did disappoint some on the metrics, but it's still, going to sell in some pretty good volume when they have the lower price version available in volume in North America. I think we have to be careful in assuming, Tesla is going to be the market. They're not. There's going to be many others in there, and that means while they execute, while they do a good job, I wouldn't be short, and I'm not saying sell it, but it's definitely not worth the valuation that's on the stock right now.